Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of August 9th. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. And that is very appropriate for today's topic. We are obsessing today about the empty nest again. Have we done everything we needed to do up to this point? So at around this time last year, we talked about this because Nicole's daughter was about to leave for college, her younger child. But it was kind of a false alarm as her daughter ended up staying home all during the COVID year. So now she's moving out again, and Nicole may not be ready.
Aww.
No.
How are you feeling, Nicole?
I'm not ready. I feel, this time last year we were planning for Kristen to return to university, but and my son had moved out because he went away to school, and in the end she didn't go back to university. She stayed home all of the COVID time, and now she's ready to bust out regardless. She's fully vaccinated and ready to go. But it's kind of funny because I kind of feel like in a way this last year and a half with her at home has been kind of a gift of extra time. Mm-hmm. And, but she was busy and working and doing online school and whatnot. And so now, of course, I'm in that last minute panic of, oh my God, we didn't spend enough time together. I didn't, she's going to be living with, in a situation where she has to make her own food this year, and she does not do well with that at all.
Planning to teach her to cook, and you didn't get that checked out.
I had to teach her how to cook. I've got to, there's just so many of these like little life skills that I feel like I've missed out on. And then just plus time with her because she's had a very busy summer, and so I'm kind of feeling very anxious about that. And then, of course, just that whole, this emptiness thing is for real this time. It's like,
You're pretty
for real. So that's looming, which hence the previous podcast on what to do in the evening.
Right.
Because it will just be my husband and myself staring at each other for the entire evening. So, that's kind of where we're at. And so I don't know, like, how do you have this checklist in your head of things that you wanted to make sure your children knew as they got older or knew how to do as they got older? Do you have that mental checklist? I don't know. Is it just me?
I do think of that sometimes.
I don't know, but my friend told a very funny story the other day that her son is younger. He's like 15 or something, but he got a job and he was getting paychecks. So they got him a checking account to put his money in. Mm-hmm. And so he's going along, he's doing his job, he's getting paid, he's seeing his bank balance increase. And then he did some sort of a side job and someone gave him some cash. And he said to his mother, my friend, he's like, gosh, I wish there was some way to get this into my checking account. And she said, well, there is. You just deposit it in the bank. And he thought the word checking was because paychecks were going into his account.
Oh, no.
So she had to explain to him, like, you can put money in and it's not just for paychecks. It just was very cute. Like, you don't think, you don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
So
my son gets tips from work, and he just has absolutely no idea what to do with cash. Mm-hmm. It's like, what is this stuff? What do I do with it?
Right.
Here, do you guys want it? Here, you take it. And it's like, well, no, it's your money. It says, I don't care. But It's like, I mean, even like he could use it at the vending machine at work, and he was for a while. And then I showed him how he could use his credit card to work the vending machine at work. And so now that's all he does. And he brings the cash home. This useless stuff that people give him. People keep giving me this paper stuff. I don't know what it is and what I'm supposed to do with it, but they seem very, feel like it's very important.
Right.
Kids, and my daughter doesn't like using cash either. It's, I tell her she should always have some cash in her wallet because you never know. And she's like,
Yeah.
really?
It's all.
Because really, you're not going to need it.
With my daughter, it's all Venmo
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And even not just our kids.
Oh, yeah, I don't use cash.
I mentioned the other day that I belong to the Rosary Society, and we haven't been having meetings, but you still have to pay dues. And so the lady said, could you send me a check for the dues? And I'm like, I think I have a check somewhere. I'm not sure about stamps, but I guess I could take it to the post office.
It's such an
Don't you have
archaic
Venmo
thought.
or Zelle or PayPal or something? Do I really have to send you a check? Come on.
It'd be easier to go to the church with a wad of cash.
Yeah, right. Can I just give it to the priest and he'll pass it to you next time he sees you? Ay, ay, ay. And you just get so used to doing everything online. It's like, I do all the banking for my son because he's like not interested in doing it. And eventually he'll learn and that's fine. But for now I do it for him and I think it's bad and I got to teach him, but I do it for my husband too. He has no idea how to do online banking. It all just the paychecks go into the checking account. It works out great. So I don't know if that's still a skill that we need to teach our kids is to how to manage money and count change. And
Well, my daughter did say the other day that she wants to set up a budget for herself because she, as with Nicole's daughter, she's going to be living off campus and she'll have to pay rent and she'll have to buy food and all that stuff. So she's, instead of being like, oh, here's how you do it, I just said, well, I've heard You Need a Budget is a good program. Check that out. So,
yeah, there's probably no upside to mom trying to teach that.
I kind of punted on that one. I have to say.
I keep trying to suggest that to my daughter as a good idea. Or just put this much in savings every paycheck of that sort of stuff. And I get a look that indicates my guidance on this subject is not required or wished for. It's my money, go away.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I mean, for her, like, I'm going to give her a lump sum for her rent.
Right.
And she's going to need to manage it. So,
Right.
which I think she can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, we kind of had I think probably the reason why I'm also in this extra panic is, she did go away the first year for university and it was a little bit of a disaster. There were some things that I clearly did not prepare her for. And I mean, obviously she learned and it was a struggle. And I guess I just don't want her to have to go through that again. But that's part of life too, right? It's just figuring it out as you go along or.
Well, you can't always predict, what
Right.
what she's going to need to know. Unless you have Terry, contributing her worry skills.
Is she going to lose her vaccination card? Can you trust a young person with that? Should you keep the original and give her a copy, but then is that the college going to take the copy?
This is the upside of having to move to a different country when your children are very young. They learn very early on the importance of passports and keeping track of documentation. If there's any skill that my daughter really excels at, it's that.
Excellent.
She knows where her passport is every second of the day.
Good. Good. Well.
And she has all her documents in order. I have to say, she is a document queen. So.
You can check that one off your checklist, Mama. You did good.
Yes, that's good. I think it's more the cooking for herself thing that was really stressing me out because my daughter would eat mac and cheese every night if she could.
Does she have sufficient funds for a steady stream of takeout?
Well, funny enough, we talked about a food delivery kit. I'm like, you're going to be like the only one in your building getting food delivery, and I'm
Are
sure
you
of
sure
it
of that?
because it's
I don't know.
yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. Maybe not, but
She might be the only person in her building cooking.
it just seems like an overly bougie thing for a college student to have.
I don't know. Today's college students,
she might lose
I'm not so sure.
She might lose street cred with her roommates. I don't know. So, yeah. So
I had college roommates, and we started a thing where we were going to take turns cooking, and everybody would chip in for the groceries. And I think it lasted maybe 1 week, and then we just started just doing our own thing because there was an eggplant pineapple casserole that I think scorched the whole day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What the heck?
She was a German, a woman from Germany. So maybe that's a thing that you eat there,
Pineapples?
but it's not a thing we eat in California.
An eggplant? Yikes.
That does not.
Big slabs of eggplant
Oh my goodness.
and pineapple.
Wow.
And I think the other three of us looked at each other and said, this isn't going to work.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then there were fights over toilet paper and stuff like that. So I think we needed to go our own way.
my daughter and her friends, are moving into this off-campus place, and so it's not going to be furnished or have any stuff in it. So, I think when we get there, we're going to have to figure out, did anybody bring, a sponge? Did anybody bring, I don't know, a dustbuster? There's just...
That's complicated.
They're very sort of loosey-goosey about, we'll figure it out. Okay. I think there's going to be a lot of ordering from Amazon and shopping at Target for their first few weeks while they get that all sorted out.
Somebody should have a business that is a start your own apartment in college kit that has all that stuff in it that you can just buy one thing. And if somebody has not done this yet, we should do this.
They do. There are companies that have a dorm apartment setup kit with
right.
Although I don't know about apartment, definitely dorm. It's a dorm package. Oh, they do have apartment stuff on Amazon.
Oh, I bet they have an apartment one.
They do have apartment stuff on Amazon.
Because there's a finite number of things that are easily figure outable.
Right.
That you could if you could just buy them in one expenditure.
Yeah.
That would be handy.
Amazon does have that.
Laundry basket.
Yeah, I mean, she has some things from the dorm. But, with this group of 5 coming together, it's a little confusing as to who's getting what and then who keeps it,
Yeah.
Right.
So, I don't know. They'll figure it out.
Not your problem.
Yeah.
No, really.
Well, I'm sure it'll be my money for sure.
Yeah.
You need to change the Amazon password now.
I need to change it for not just my child, let's say.
Yeah. Everybody else. Well, tune in for an update. I'm sure you'll get one.
Yes. Tune this time next year when Nicole's not so empty nest once again empties out.
Yes.
Can't get those birds to stay. Go, fly.
Well, I do have one that likes to keep coming back, but I think he's now permanently out of the picture because he doesn't have any more breaks in his schedule, so he's done. This one, I think she's going to go and then stay. She's not coming back. I think
We shall see.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that is it for today's round 4. Tune in tomorrow and we'll share our roundup of things that we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you will find us at Roundabout Chat.